Good morning, children. So today I am present here with writing section. Children, you already know that your writing section is divided into 3 parts. First part is short composition, second long, and third very long. So first of all, I have started short composition. In short composition, advertisements and notices I have already discussed. Now I have taken invitations and replies. So let's see. So first of all, we must know what are invitations. Invitations are sources of information issued to a select group of people to invite them on some occasions like wedding, birthday, anniversary, inauguration, etc. So children, we must know what are invitations. Invitations like notices and advertisements are information. Like notices, invitations are issued to a select group of people. Means a small group of people. But in advertisement, we inform the large group of people. And what is the function of invitation? Why do we write invitations? Invitation word has come from the verb invite. So why do we write? We write invitations to invite the select group of people for any occasion, any celebration, any ceremony, function, etc. Types of invitations. Invitations are classified into 2. First, formal invitations and replies. Second, informal invitations and replies. Children, when we invite someone, then we expect a reply also from the concerned. So, we have to read invitations and replies both. Why? Because according to the reply, we have to do any arrangement, any management. So, we are going to read replies and invitations both. And invitations and replies both are of 2 types, 2 kinds. First, formal invitations and replies, and second, informal invitations and replies. So first of all, let's see formal invitations and replies. Features of formal invitations and replies meant for a lot of invitees. Children, again formal invitations are of 2 types. One, which we write for a lot of people, and one which we write for VIP, for a special guest. So first of all, we will read the formal invitation which is meant for a lot of people. Such invitation is written on invitation card, which we generally see on any occasion. We can see such kind of invitation card. Name of the invitee is not to be mentioned. Written in third person. Simple present tense to be used. So let's discuss the main features of the invitation which is meant for a lot of people. The formal invitation which is meant for a lot of people. So the first feature is that we write such invitation in third person. Suppose I am going to invite, I have to write an invitation for my daughter's marriage ceremony. So I will not write that I am going to invite. What will I write? I will write in third person. Mrs. Leela Kumari and her family request. Mrs. Leela Kumari and her family invite. So first and second person will be avoided. Only we have to write such invitation in third person. Second point is present tense, simple present tense we have to use. Like Mrs. Leela Kumari and her family request. I will not write Mrs. Leela Kumari and her family are requesting. I will not write Mrs. Leela Kumari and her family will request. Only simple present tense will be used. In case a VIP is invited as the chief guest, the name of the VIP to be mentioned prominently. Children, in such invitation, we have not to mention the names of invitees because this invitation is for a lot of people. So the names of invitees are not mentioned. Yes, in case any chief guest, any VIP is going to be invited, then in that very invitation we must mention the name of that chief guest prominently. So that because the VIP will be center of attraction. So he must be mentioned in a bold letter. He must be, the name of the chief guest must be highlighted so that the persons, the invitees will be attracted. All the relevant information to be given in a clear and precise manner. All the necessary details should be mentioned in a clear way, to the point, such as what should be the necessary details, like what is the event, what is the function, on which date it is going to be organized, what is the time to be organized, in which place it is going to be organized, if any VIP is coming, then who is the VIP. So all such details must be mentioned in a clear way, to the point. The abbreviation RSVP, French, Réponses Ilvas, plate, please reply, is written below on the left with name, address and phone number of the host. At last, on the left side, we have to write the abbreviation RSVP. Actually, this is the abbreviation of a French word. The meaning of this is please reply, because accordingly we have to arrange. If suppose I am the principal of any school, I have invited video as a chief guest, and if at the time of occasion we know that he is not going to arrive, then we fall into difficulty. So the person who is invited, he needs to send a reply if he is accepting our invitation or not. So at the left side we have to write the abbreviation RSVP, means the reply please, if you are going to accept or not. To be put into a box. So like advertisement and notice, the invitation is also put into a box. And as I have told you earlier, such kind of formal invitation which is meant for a lot of invitees is written on invitation card. So let's see the features once again. First of all, the very first feature is that the names of invitees addresses not to be mentioned. Number 2, if any VIP is going to be invited, then his name must be written, his name must be highlighted. Number 3, the invitation starts in third person. Number 4, simple present tense is to be used. Number 5, all the necessary details to be mentioned in a clear way. Number 6, on the left side at last, the abbreviation RSVP to be mentioned, and it should be put into a box. Now let's see the example. Mr. and Mrs. Kapoor are organizing a birthday party for their son Rajiv. Prepare the invitation in not more than 50 words. So let's see. Mr. and Mrs. Kapoor. As we have seen the feature that it should be written in third person. So children, you see here Mr. and Mrs. Kapoor. Here it is not written I. Here it is not written they. Then second feature is it should be written in simple present tense. So you can see Mr. and Mrs. Kapoor request. As the structure of simple present is subject plus V1 oblique V5. So here we can see Mr. and Mrs. Kapoor subject request. Request V1. So it is written in simple present. The pleasure of your company on the auspicious occasion of. Children, the event or occasion or function's name is to be highlighted, is to be written in bold letter, because this is the main thing. So the birthday party is here highlighted. Of their son Rajiv Kapoor, on whose birthday the persons have been invited, so his name should be also highlighted. So son Rajiv Kapoor is highlighted. Then time is mentioned at 6:30 p.m. Date is mentioned on 31st July and the venue is mentioned at their residence. So all the details we have seen that are mentioned here. At last on the left side RSVP with the names of hosts are mentioned. So just like the features here we have seen in this example, everything is mentioned. So you can write also invitation following this way. Then there is one more example. Draft an invitation for the annual function of your school. So here you will not write the name of the principal because the school doesn't belong to him only. So you will write here the principal, staff and students of. Then you will mention the name of the school. If in the question the name of school is mentioned, then same. Otherwise you can imagine the name of any school organization and you can write. So I have written here JNV Varun Aurangabad. Now again simple present tense is used. Request the pleasure of your benign presence. Then on the occasion of annual function, so the name of the occasion has been highlighted. Then time, then date and then venue in the school MP hall. Now chief guest is also coming. So the chief guest should be also highlighted here. The DM has kindly consented to be the chief guest. To make it more attractive, one more line is added here. Please occupy your seats by 9:45 am because the function will start from 10 am. So you all are invited to be present by 9:45 am. At last on the left side RSVP and the name of the writer, Kavita, then designation is written. Children, you see one more thing, that nowhere any punctuation full stop is given. You can see this. And each line has been started with capital letter. The principal, T capital, of, O capital, again Janvi Barun, J capital, request, R capital. So the first letter of each line will be in capital letter, and you are not going to use any punctuation. And in the same format, the formal invitation, again I am going to tell you that the formal invitation is also. So children, once again I tell you, formal invitation is also of two types. One which is meant for a lot of people will be written in the same format. Address of the addresses, name of the addresses, name of the invitees is not mentioned because these things are to be mentioned on the envelope. So I think you must have followed the invitation, particularly the formal invitation, which is meant for all. That's all. Thanks.